What's going on, guys? We are back yet again, and we are going to be talking about Star Wars Celebration. Now, going into Star Wars Celebration, I was just curious. Again, I'm happy that the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith is coming out, and I watched it in theaters when I was a kid, and I loved it. Obviously, when you're a kid, you're upset seeing, Anakin turn the dark side and all that kind of stuff. But overall, being older, it is such a fantastic movie of the turn from Anakin to Darth Vader. It's absolutely phenomenal. But aside from that, celebrating that, seeing Hayden Christensen come back yet again for Star Wars Celebration in Japan, that was a treat. That was one of the first interviews I saw. I saw Sam Witwer return. I saw Ashley Epstein, which I still got to finish that interview. But overall, those are the only ones I saw. And funny enough, it was the same guy that was interviewing all the ones either from a year or two ago. But overall, I was like, okay, whatever. And it's like I don't even know. I never even heard of this dude, so I don't know how he even got it. But again, maybe he's kissing Disney's butt. I don't know. But I was not really impressed with anything that was shown. The only thing that grabbed my attention was Maul Dark Lord, and the only reason why is because Darth Maul, if you guys don't know, is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Seeing him in Phantom Menace really got me intrigued of who he was, what species he was. He looks really cool, and then learning about him, then seeing him return in Clone Wars, that was a huge deal for me personally. I like him more than I did. Dooku, and I probably on par with Vader. I mean, because again, I love Vader, but I love Darth Maul. Darth Maul's a badass character. But overall, seeing him return, Sam Witwer going to be returning to the voice. This is a year after the Clone Wars. He finds a young Twi'lek named Talon, trains her in the dark arts, rebuilds his criminal organization, and then he slowly starts rising within the ranks again, like we saw him in Solo. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see where that's going to take place, especially with everything that's going on. Now, the one thing that really gets me, though, is how are they going to, because obviously, if they're still going to go by the story, Maul is going to die in Rebels by the hands of Obi-Wan on Tatooine when he finds them, and he's older. So again, don't know how long that's going to go. I know Talon is from the EU. I'm not sure how much they're going to go from the EU, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm excited to see. Now again, the animation don't look anything different from what I saw from the pictures and the trailer that was leaked. I'm not going to show that because I don't want to have a copyright strike yet again. And at the same time, everything else that was shown from the gaming trailer for Echo Company, that's the new game. Again, I'm not a big fan of the gameplay where you gotta, choose your characters and you gotta go this way, go that way. Not a big fan of that. I like the premises of having a Jedi, a bounty hunter, a Mandalorian, and a clone trooper and whatever else to kind of go on your team. So that's cool. The movies for Mando and also Starfighter. Again, I wasn't too impressed with that because again, it wasn't really even a teaser. It was just a title teaser. So overall, was not impressed by that. I really didn't care a lot about this stuff. Again, I just think Star Wars Celebration. It was just there for eye candy and make it look good and things of that nature. Now, again, I do think some of the ones behind this and some of the one of the actors, they I hope they have good intentions. Again, I hope they have good intentions. But again, Disney being Disney, you never know what's going to happen. But overall, I think Star Wars Celebration, the ones that were able to go, the ones that were able to interview all the actors and the directors and the writers, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, they haven't spoken bad about Disney because the only way you get to go is again if you have tickets or get to meet these ones again if you're lucky is again got to have some kind of pull with Disney more than likely. But overall, I think Star Wars Celebration was okay this year. I saw some of the figures got released that grabbed my attention a little bit, but not a whole lot grabbed my attention. I still think that Star Wars is such in a dysfunctional state that it's going to take a very long time for Star Wars to get back to the way it should be and get back to the way it's supposed to be without issues, without controversy, because again, the fandom is just very divided right now, whether you want to admit that or not, between now Boyega's comments and then is the Rey movie ever going to come out or has it been stopped? And then the ones after the sequels, and then of course the Mando and Grogu movie, the premises of that, where they're gonna have to save Jabba's son. It's like okay, like some of the premises, some of the storylines they're trying to come up with just very ridiculous in my opinion, and they just need to do better. And it's kind of funny how you have Star Wars fans, like I've said before in another video when I reacted to Star Wars series trailer for his fan film, that fans get more of the franchise than the actual, ones of the franchise that sometimes are either in the movie, the writers, the producers, or the creators themselves. So it just makes me wonder what exactly is going on at Lucasfilm and Disney to actually, oh, we're doing such a great job when, again, look at all the issues you've had from every movie. So we're going to see which movies get off the ground. We're going to see what shows get off the ground. And we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But, guys, what are your thoughts about Star Wars Celebration? Let me know about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you as always on the next one.